everyone, welcome back to Drawn by Annie channel. This is me, Annie, and I will be drawing for you today. Grab your tea, coffee and snacks and let's dive into today's video. So today I'm going to work on a sketchbook spread that will feature a character from a newly released anime that I've recently watched. It's been out for a while, but I've only had a chance to watch it recently, and the anime is Takopi's original sin, and the character featured is Shizuka. Honestly, this anime was all over my feed, and I've seen this part where Takopi would offer to Shizuka some sort of happiness gadget. And I thought, oh, what a cute character, what a cute anime. And if you haven't watched it already, I don't want to spoil it for you, so you can save this video for later or turn the volume down because I'm going to probably drop some spoilers here and there. But nonetheless, I'm going to quickly explain what I'm going to do with the artwork. So my plan is to make it into a sketchbook spread featuring the face with the zoom in on the eyes, as you can see on the sketch that I've done before. And I was thinking to color it with acrylic paint pens. I'm still debating with myself whether I should color the hair and the face. I was thinking to only color the eyes to make them stand out very much, but I will land the colors on the eyes and see if I want to color the rest. Anyway, firstly I'm going to fill the background gaps with pink for both of the drawings on the left and on the right, but then I'm going to continue on with the right one for today, and for the next part I'm going to color the left part of this spread, so stay tuned for part 2. So when I first watched the anime, I was terrified from the first episode, because from the style it is drawn, I was expecting something childish and maybe a cute show, but spoiler alert, if you don't want to spoil yourself watching the show, you should stop now. You've been warned. For those of you who still keeps watching, I assume that you have already watched the show and you have seen how Shizuka is using the only gadget that she accepts from Takopi, the reconciliation ribbon. Oh my god. She decided to become friends with the wooden roof. So yeah, after first episode I thought it couldn't get any worse than that. Oh, how I was mistaken. Anyway, it was quite a heavy watch, but now that I'm more morally strong and independent, I can take this quite strongly and it's not affecting me as much. But if I would have watched that maybe 5 years ago, it would have been so much different for me, like, because I was struggling back then much more than I do now, specifically mentally. So yeah, this is definitely not a easy watch, and also not for those who is easily disturbed. How have you felt when you first watched it? Let me know in the comments because I'm very curious. I like how some shows like Takopi's original sin are appearing to be a cute show, but then raising up such heavy topics as mental health and unaliving thoughts in kids specifically, because the show is demonstrating a lot of internal family problems that lead to more obvious problems like harassing and bullying in schools, and how a single friend can change your perspective on life so much, even if they're struggling with their own problems, especially if they're struggling with their own problems, honestly, because I like how Shizuka and Marina are becoming friends in the end of the story, and it's a more or less happy ending for both of them, even though they have been going through so much shit. Like, oh my god, I wanted to give a biggest hug to both of them, and I felt so sorry for both of them, honestly. And also a third character, that is Azuma. I could only wish him to be more confident, but I understand that the confidence actually comes from a strong support from family, and if you don't have that, there is like a big opportunity for your fundamental beliefs to be sabotaged, and it's horrible, honestly, because family is supposed to be your starting point and safe space and support space, you know, and when a family is not such a space, it becomes so much harder for a person to develop emotionally and mentally, and sometimes sometimes even physically, because as we can see in the show, Shizuka is very thin because nobody basically takes care of her. Not even the basic things like food, clothing, hygiene. So basically these kids are tackling life problems that not even adults sometimes can take care of, and they have to do it as 7-year-olds, 8-year-olds? I don't know, they are so young. I mean, they're going to school, but still, they're kids. What is most horrifying for me is that how the parents are not parents to their kids. Shizuka's mother, she's not caring about her kid at all. She doesn't know where she's going or what she's eating or what she's wearing, and she is basically invisible. And honestly, on this aspect, I am relating to Shizuka the most, because at some point in my own childhood, I felt invisible too. In Marina's case, she was basically a punching bag, both physically and mentally, for her mother, who felt she wasn't loved by her husband. Like, why do you take this anger to your kid that cannot stand up for themselves? Like, I cannot understand. This is the most outrageous thing that I've seen in an anime, honestly. Like, I was furious when I saw the backstories of the kids. Biggest moral of the story, I think, is that not everybody deserves to be a parent, because parents are the root of all their kids' problems for the most part. Like, yeah, I understand, we are all humans, we go through our own shit, but if you become a parent, you must understand that your kid didn't ask you to bring him into this world, and you as a parent are supposed to love them unconditionally because it was your decision to bring them into this world. So please be so kind and love your kid no matter what. Otherwise, don't have kids. We must shout this louder. Like, my videos are probably not gonna get to any parents, but I think if more people saw shows like Takopi's Original Sin and would actually understand how their smallest action can affect their kids. I mean, the actions that the show is featuring are not small, honestly, but we must all be decent people enough to understand that even a single word can hurt somebody so much, like a small comment on their appearance or their performance. You would probably forget about it the next day, but the person's psyche is going to form around this, like Azuma's, for example. His mother was basically putting all of this pressure on his small shoulders. Like, he's a kid. Why do you expect him to be perfect? He's supposed to make mistakes, and he's not supposed to be perfect. Nobody is supposed to be perfect. So anyway, I could vent about it forever and ever. Like, I could go on. This is not about it, but I'm done with today's part, and I'm probably gonna vent some more in the second one, so stay tuned for that one too. If you like my work, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel, and check out my other social media. Wishing you a wonderful day ahead, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye bye!